Welcome to the Uncle's Channel. Thanks for watching today, and we have some Elden Ring news to go through, but it is not the DLC Shadow of the Erdtree. Instead, it's going to be a mobile game that pretty much no one asked for. Now, this mobile game is being developed by Tencent, who pretty much is known for making in-app purchase games or microtransaction games or what are called gotcha games, and not because they like gotcha, but just simply because that's the name for the Japanese toy vending machines that they basically microtransaction kids in order to get their money here. And so Elden Ring, I never thought would sort of go in this direction, but at the same time, like Elden Ring or From Software has a strong connection with Tencent that dates way back. Evidently they own like 16% of the company as far as like the stock holdings and whatnot. And I know that's not like majority of the company, but it's enough to at least have a say in like what direction part of the company is going to go in. And that is evidently what's happening here for the mobile game. And so they've described in a report here, I'm reading it from IGN, but it's on a ton of different sources out there. It says that Tencent is working to adapt From Software's mega hit into a mobile game, but progress is described as slow. Apparently, Tencent wants the Elden Ring mobile game to work similarly to gacha game Genshin Impact, with a free-to-play business model supported by in-app purchases, but the design of Elden Ring, which is a single-player premium action role-playing game, is at odds with Tencent's vision. Now, first off, let's sort of break down what's in the first two paragraphs here. It says, particularly, they're working to adapt the mega hit into a mobile game. Now, I don't know, like when they say adapt, does that mean they're literally going to take like the actual game of Elden Ring and make it work on a mobile device and, you know, just sort of make in-app purchases for like all your armors and your weapons and such as that? Or are they taking the IP of Elden Ring and sort of the overall concept of Elden Ring, you know, the characters, the lore, all of that, and going to turn that into a mobile game and develop like a separate game for it, sort of like a companion game of sorts, like maybe like a card game out of it, or like a overhead, you know, action adventure game like that. I don't know if they're necessarily like actually going to take Elden Ring itself and just simply make it a mobile game. I don't know if From Software would like really be full on board or something like that. I feel like they're maybe letting them sort of have some creative liberties with just the Elden Ring name and the IP itself. But it continues on down here. News of an Elden Ring mobile game comes amid what fans hope is an imminent release of the hotly anticipated Elden Ring DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree. Various changes to the back end of Elden Ring's entry in Steam suggest something is afoot. So far, however, both developer From Software and From Software and publisher Bandai Namco have remained quiet. As for Tencent, it appears to be struggling to create mobile games based upon its established PC and console games. Last week, it emerged that Tencent had canceled an unannounced near mobile game. And so they're not necessarily doing great when it comes to adapting these games, but I can't imagine them wanting to give up on an Elden Ring game just simply because they know so much money is involved with the Elden Ring franchise, and they're not going to want to lose out on some of that money. Now, personally, I do hate to see a From Software basically property go to mobile direction, and specifically a mobile direction that is known for in-app purchases and things like that. And so that is disappointing. But at the same time, I'm at least going to hold out anyway that they're not going to necessarily just make Elden Ring for the mobile and ruin the gameplay experience. I'm hoping they're going to just simply take the IP of Elden Ring and give us like a companion piece or something else that you might want to experience in the world or the atmosphere of Elden Ring. And they haven't really said a lot about like what the game is about or anything like that, so at least that's what I'm going to hold on to. But let me know in the comments down below. Do you think that they're going to actually make Elden Ring for the mobile and ruin it, or do you think they're going to do a companion piece, sort of like what I'm thinking? Let me know in the comments down below. But to say this is a disappointment for Elden Ring fans who are hoping for a announcement on the DLC would be a pretty massive understatement here. But at the same time, this is not like an official announcement. This sort of got leaked out a little bit, and you know, it's not like From Software is pushing for it or saying like, hey, this is what's coming next, and forget about the DLC. This is sort of slipped out, you know, from the cracks and crevices of Tencent here. And so I think From Software is still hopefully shooting for into February for the Elden Ring DLC, whether it's going to be an announcement trailer or a video gameplay trailer or just simply shadow dropping the entire Shadow of the Erdtree. We'll find out at the end of February. I feel pretty confident of that bit anyway. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Check out my other videos listed up above and go out there, find a great game to play. Simply have a great rest of the day.